You set your pestachum status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the pestachum client should reflect your mood change in some way at least. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, yeah, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. Well, don't leave him hanging. Answer your chum.
Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking me so hard all the time and I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable, because you're really attractive. I am attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, no, I don't have it yet. My dad has some mail and I guess I have to go and get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like, one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack? God.
What's yours?
Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your Strife specimens?
No.
It could free up a card for you. Plus it'll let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle. Which is never. Well, what do you got?
Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to specimens.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
Suddenly feeling spontaneous, combined with the need to get rid of your fake arms, you combine the fake arms with a cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. Yours sure, Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. Following your friend's advice, you allocate the hammer to your Strife specibus. You check the back of your Strife specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. You then select Hammer kind. Your Strife specibus has been allocated with the Hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your Strife deck. You then report your progress back to your friend.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specimens. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
Against your better judgment, you capture the Colonel's big book. Well, now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you may as well start squandering it all immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present at least some convenience. You examine the GameBro magazine.
GameBro feature. Sburb. Why, the Game of the Year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. GameBro feature. Sburb. So okay. Sburb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped up. And this beta is sitting on my desk to review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine, I'm sure it's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosips. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're out playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts and all wicked up-ins. Know what I'm saying, bro, Yoma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We was gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time, he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open. And the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess the thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ballin'-ass candy girl to the hospital. But it's cool. I still got another watch of me, bro, tell Rwanda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted. I mean, damn! Rating for Sburb. 1.5 hats out of 5.
You capture log the shitty GameBro magazine. I mean, it might come in handy if you ever needed something that burns easily. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. Oh, and get the funny glasses too. But you don't have a free card in your Silladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Ha, good one. You figure you may as well wear the disguise to fool your dad. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be... Yeah. This is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. You decide to leave your room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not, never, Michael Cera, no. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. You make your way downstairs. What? Oh, the accursed odour of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen, and it must be the connivings of your arch nemesis Betty Crocker, and the rich buttery aroma of a plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. Oh boy, what great harlequins! Hey, let's admire them! You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Ugh, look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. You then move on to examining the fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it, and categorically, at all times, without exception. As domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. You toss the GameBro into the fire. Damn, it doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each GameBro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos for big ups to Mother Earth, yo! You fondly regard the cremation of your grandmother. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. Hey, you should topple the urn. Ah! You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it though. Hey, you know what'd be great? Combining your father's pipe with a clever disguise. You think now would be a great time to beef up your clever disguise. You wonder what is in the oversized gift in the middle of the room.
Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you.
Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Tentatively, you open the large present. Oh, hell no. You figure it's time to try and tidy away the ashes, so you capture log them. First, you prop the Harlequin doll upon the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. You then combine the ashes with the urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan, Poop Lord. You put the urn back anyway. No one will be the wiser. Except maybe for people with eyes. You decide to go and get the fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Oh, well, it looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. For no particular reason, you decide to examine the third and fourth walls of the room. You then check your Pester Chum. Another one of your 3 chums is messaging you. You check the message.
I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of The Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as GameBro magazine.
That is an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyways, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go and get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you think that? That's so stupid.
Okay. Why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this entire time. Gotcha!
I know, John.
Taking the advice of this friend, you go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. You then attach the arms to the doll. Oh, you don't care what Colonel Sasuke says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Oh, you inspect the burnt paper on the floor. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. You also throw the present wrap in the fire. Well, as long as you're cleaning up. Hey, why not capture-log the doll? You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. You decide to kick it back and read Colonel Sasuke's text.
Hails bells! We are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive ogle of your beaglepuss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and filer of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits we shall dwell on the artifice useful to your exploits. Is your pappy's rod and reel handy? What about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove too elusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad splinter of fence? A bucket of whitewash perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the sarsaparilla phone? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet.
You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is just way too big to navigate it in a timely fashion. You decide to just forget it. You start out to find your dad and retrieve the mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts. A powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right, however, leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of his time. He could be in either room, so where will you go? You decide to go in the study. Well, it doesn't look like he's in here right now. So, you examine your father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture-log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You decide to upgrade the costume with a hat from the hat rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Hon hon hon. You combine a second pipe with a clever disguise. For some reason, your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is rather a piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. Oh, how you suffer for your comedy. You examine the stray capture-log card. Yes! Ha ha ha! This will be perfect for expanding space in your Scylla. Ah! To calm your nerves, you play a haunting piano refrain. Seeing as you have a deck of cards with you, you decide to play 52 Pickup. You played the prankster's favourite card game. Even though you're alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there is sure getting a kick out of this. You are allergic to their scorn. You attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. You exit the house.
Hello, son. Hope you enjoyed the episode. This is Elmer. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the playlist for more videos. Also, maybe check out our Tumblr. We got some cool stuff there. Auditions are still open. Remember to like, favorite, and share. Hope to see you next time.